Okay, so if you look at the field now, look at the field around you. You see that pretty much everything is brown or light green, right? Do you remember the field I gave you for Plantagenet field? It's over there by Plantagenet station, more to the right. Now you have Plantagenet over there. There's a bend in the river with the train track.
Yeah. Oh yes, I see it right beside.
You see it?
Yeah.
So do you see the field? Do you see the strip?
Yeah, I see the strip beside the bar.
So this is what a nice long grass strip look like.
It's
So
even smaller than some of the fields.
Yeah, but look at the other field. Look at the field around here, and compare the green of the strip over there to the other green. It gives you an idea of what would a hay field look like. So right now today, everything that is light green is really hay field or like early crops. But most of the brown field are crops that are just starting to grow now. We have to go do our final, we have to pass the gate, okay? So if you look around Pendleton, it's very brown and it's very sandy. They grow potato there. So right now, we're probably, we would sink quite quickly in these fields, but they're fine, they're flat, they're just soft. That's the issue with them. All right, look at that. You literally been in lift. We're supposed to arrive at the field with plus 1400.
Now we're 22.
And we're arriving at 22 now. So pick up speed, go faster. 75, trim to 75. All right. What you do is you assess, let's assume we're going on a long task, in the general direction we're going towards the south. Do you see ahead of us the clouds?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you do is you would aim for one of those clouds that is in the general path. The first ones are kind of wispy, so they can be either dying clouds or picking up clouds. So what you do is you look at them, and every 30 seconds, a minute, you look if they're picking up or if they're dying. If they're picking up, they're going to have a lot of lift. If they're dying, there might be a lot of sink underneath them. Okay? Now you're in sync. That's good. We have a lot of margin and we're making final glide rope longer now.
That is the flying straight this long.
Yeah, it's neat, huh?
Yeah.
So let's go make the glide. Actually, let's make the gate, and you see there's a cloud right in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to GPS guide one of these, so I guess I push a button or something.
That cloud actually looks smaller than it did before.
Alright, so we're about to get to the line.
It says finish.
Dash finish, yeah! And we finish at 2000. Alright, and we're still at 300. Okay, so now you can slow down. Okay, so let's look at fields now. So let's slow down. And let's go look at field around us. Okay, so, oh wow, you're in lift now. So if you turn to the left, okay, well I have control.
You have control?
Okay, let's look, there might be some traffic running. So actually those fields are good to spot, right? And actually they're good for us. If you ever, like you know when we pass, okay, I'm leveling up. If you look down now, when we pass runway 26, we go over the forest. And if you're kind of cut, you have to fly over the mountain right now, over the forest, you can make it to those fields here. And I think those two fields down there, they're square, like straight down here.
Yeah.
Right by the road, they're kind of greenish yellow.
Yeah, those two right there.
Right, yeah, those two right there. So those I think are hay, as whereas if you look at the other one, they're very brown gray, right?
Yeah.
So those are
Toe
probably,
plane just went under us.
yeah, those are probably crop, right? So let's slow down a bit. They're probably crop, whereas these field down there, where my wings are pointing, those are hay. Like down, look at the field map. Those are, this one I think is a very nice, two nice hay field. So between us and the toe plane, okay, you see the toe plane?
Yeah.
So you look at those two field now, they're yellowish yellowish brown.
Yeah.
So I think they are those are hay field. Now look at I still have control.
Yeah, you have control.
All right. So if you look, compare the size of these field down below us, right below us.
Yeah.
Okay. Compare it to Pendleton.
Yeah, that's about longer almost than the runway.
Yeah. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep in mind we never use the full length of Pendleton, right?
Yeah.
So these are probably hay field, whereas the other fields are probably crops that are about to be that are being sown and that are probably about to be that are probably starting to grow, right? Whereas if you look at the field by the farm right down here,
Yeah.
very green, this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look very even, so it's kind of too early to be corn already. So I wouldn't know, it might be pasture actually. So the guy never cut it,
Yeah.
and it looked uneven. If you look down here,
Yeah. You see bare spots.
right, so maybe this is pasture. And if you look at this field here, the long green strip here, down here, going east-west, I don't know what it is, like it's very green. But if you look on the other side of the Nation River, look to the right at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock down,
Yeah.
you see how green those green patches?
Yeah.
Right down
That's
there?
pasture.
That's probably pasture, and you can see how uneven it is, right?
Yeah, and with the trees in the middle and
so,
stuff.
nah, no good. We don't go there. We don't want to go there, right? But
Yeah.
actually, when you think about it, if you're stuck here at 1,000 feet, you have all of those other fields. Now, keep in mind, you see there's the Nation River here, right?
Yeah,
So it would mean there might be some slight sloping of those fields, but in general, it's not crazy. There's not that much sloping.
would fields near a river be wetter too, like at this time of year?
But it's so dry now that
Oh, okay.
probably not, right? But it's such a, so I think yellow-green, if you look down at your 2 o'clock, yes, two long strip, I think those are hay field actually. I'm pretty sure they're nice hay field probably. But did you see, if you look down there, those two fields down there,
Yeah.
You see there's two white trailers.
Yeah, and a ditch. But it
Do you
looks
see
like,
the ditch? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I mean. But they're probably usable because all you'd have to do is overfly the ditch
yeah.
and fly afterward, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, if you were to land in there, you would have, like, you probably, well, with the 2-6 wind, you would want to go over the trees and finish it to do it like if it
Before
were
the
2-6,
ditch,
right?
yeah.
So you probably put your aiming point just like Pendleton, ahead of the trees, not halfway, but like something like a quarter,
Yeah.
right? So look at those fields. You can see like even a tiny field like here, it's probably long enough to be the equivalent of half of Pendleton, right?
Yeah.
Right? So what we might do actually after we've done flying, we're going to come spot those yellow fields. Oh, and actually now look at the poles. Look at the hydro poles.
Yeah, I can see them, yeah.
Do you see? Let's count how many hydro poles we have on this brown field here.
Which,
Like right underneath us. Hold on. So are we left now? Yeah, we're kind of almost there. So I'm going to turn in the other direction. Slow down. So if we look here, and I'll do that in lift. Like look, there's hydro pole. We're right above it. You see what I told you? How we don't see the hydro poles?
yeah, when you're above it.
But if you look at the other field, we can see the hydro pole. So okay, let's try. We're gonna fly along it and we're gonna count them. It's gonna be fun. All right. So you can see you could put yourself in a very small field with this glider. If you slow down, like you would need half of those fields and you can make it. Right? So I'm gonna fly along the road to Bourget and we're gonna look at hydro poles.
It's about 200 feet, you said, between?
I think that's it, 200 feet. We can measure it later on, but okay, let's fly along this road. So
Yeah,
I'm
I can
gonna
see
go
them
straight
now.
east. Okay, so you see them with the So
Eight poles long.
8 pole longs, this brown one here.
The one right under us to the left.
All right, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 poles. Okay, and let's look, compare it to Pendleton. Would you say it's half of a Pendleton? See, Chuck. Yeah, about half of a Pendleton. So yeah. All right, so 2300. What else did I want to do? I think we're good. So, and we have been in flight for an hour now.